Hello, welcome. This is Margaret Seconet, and welcome to Feng Shui for Health and Wealth. We're here now in the year 2020, the year of the metal rat. So I'm just wondering if all of us had actually prepared for this year, as it seems to be a very challenging year for everyone. And of course, we would like to have the support of the good energies that's around in our environment to help us with our goals and help us even in our everyday activities. So I would like to share with you some of the other um, sectors in your home that you have to be a little bit more careful of this year. And I'd like to, get down to it and inform you what they are. So here it is. What you can see here is the 24 mountain directions of a compass of a classical Feng Shui. If you're looking at the luo pan will have all the 24 mountain directions that you see here, and each direction will have a 1, 2, 3 direction. So like in this case, you will see here that north will have 1, 2, 3, north 1, north 2, or north 3, and likewise with south, southwest, west, east, northeast, or northwest. They will have like say south 1, 2, 3, southwest 1, southwest 2, southwest 3, east 1, east 2, east 3, which makes up the 24 mountain directions. So what I will be touching here will be one of these sectors or all of these sectors, let's say the south sectors, the west sector, or something like that. Okay. So anyway, these are the 4 sectors that you have to pay attention to, that you have to be a little bit more careful of. And let's get moving with the sector east of 5 yellow. Okay, the 5 yellows flies into the east sector this year. The east sector would encompass the around 67.6 to 112.5 degrees in these 24 mountain directions in your compass direction. And when the 5 yellow flies into this area, it brings with it a lot of extreme negative energies, thus making this area very inauspicious, and thus also making this area not ideal to do any activities on. If you have a bedroom or an office in this sector, please try to switch to another room. If you have an alternate secondary door that you could use, try using that secondary door as opposed to this door that's in the east sector this year. And if you are planning any renovations for this area, please also try to postpone it, and especially if your property also faces the east direction. So if you're unable to do this type of renovation or postpone it to another time, a year, please then I would suggest that you work with a practitioner or a consultant and try to find the best date where you can actually do this, a suitable date where you can actually do the renovation. Now, to try to mitigate the 5 yellow, as I mentioned in my other video, I have a separate video for just the 5 yellow star. So if you want to check that video out, that would be great. But to mitigate this energy of the 5 yellow, which is of an earth element, then I'd suggest trying to put more metal objects in this area. Okay, but the best that could do was just to lessen the negative effect and not really to make it all disappear. So the other best alternate to not instigating or incurring negative energies is to actually avoid this area and not use it at all for this year. Okay, now let's get on with the next sector that we have here. So let me point out to so a while ago we had actually touched on the East sector, and so we're now trying to so now we're going to talk about the North 2 sector, which is where the Grand Duke is located in 2020. So North 2, which is around here, is around 352.6 to around 7.5 degrees in your compass. So the Grand Duke flies into the North 2 sector of your property, and thus, you know, if you want to avoid aggravating the negative energies of the Grand Duke, then you should also refrain from any type of innovation, any groundbreaking, any digging, or actually even using this area, and certainly keep this area quiet, as the consequences could be very serious. And you know, try to not have your office here if you could actually do that. And I will actually you can have your office here, but I will expound more on this Grand Duke location in my next video, which has something to do with office desk. So please stay tuned for that video, wherein I will actually clarify a little bit more on the desk position for this year or for any other year that, you know, especially if you have a home office and you have a desk that you work from for a long time, for a long period of time. Okay, so watch out for that video. It's will be something to do with the desk direction for 2020, but I will also expound a little bit more on the desk direction for the general, you know, for general years or for other years as well. You know, the general direction of your desk. Okay, so this is North 2, where the Grand Duke is located at this time. All I need to say right now is do not face the North 2 direction. Do not, you know, especially when you're working a long period of time, try to gain the support of the Grand Duke by having them, by having the North 2 on your back. Okay, so let's get on to the next sector, which you have to be a little bit, which you have to be aware of, and that's the South sector, which is this sector. So the South sector would encompass 157.6 to 202.5 degrees of your compass direction, and this would actually be where the 3 killings is located this year. So this area again should be left alone and undisturbed throughout the whole year. Remember, there should not also be any groundbreaking, digging, renovation in this area, or you risk the consequences, the negative consequences that it might incur to the residents or to the property. Okay, so they, you know, you can have accidents, you can incur accidents, thefts, health problems and challenges as well. So best to keep this South sector undisturbed and you know, not to activate the negative energies that are in this area. In this area. Now there's the other energy that you have to be aware of, and that's the year breaker, or the Sui pole, which actually flies into the South 2 sector, which is also within the sector, the South sector area that I have just told you not to use. So I mean, it's like, you know, there's a double whammy here in the South 2 sector. So it's a no-brainer. Please just don't try to activate it. Don't try to use it if you can. Avoid having to use this area as much. And again, no renovations, no digging as much as possible, as the repercussions could be much worse than the Grand Duke. So if you have, again, an alternate door, if your main door is here and you have an alternate main door, please use that other main door. I'll use the other secondary door for the meantime. If you have a bedroom or an office in this area, please, if you have any other location where you can actually locate this bedroom or this office to, then please do so. Okay, so this is all for the 4 directions that I would like to share with you that you should be aware of for this year. And as I was saying earlier, please watch out for my next video on the desk positions, especially for this year, as well as for other years or general desk positions. I will touch on the qua number as well as the form versus formula a little bit. I know I had done a very detailed video about that, so please check my other videos and find it, and you can actually watch it. And if you had watch it again, you can watch it again. Anyway, so like I said, I hope that these videos have been helpful to you, and could assist you with some of your goals and make 2020 a better and easier year to live in. So we will be coming out with more videos shortly. As I said, the desk position video is going to be coming out shortly. And I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to it so that you can get alerts and notifications of our new videos that are coming out. And please follow us on Facebook. I have a Facebook account. It's called Feng Shui Health. So it's at Feng Shui Health. It's Feng Shui for Health and Wealth. I also have a blog as well, as you can see here in this slide here. I have this information, and check our Facebook once in a while, so you can find out if there's other information that's needed, and contact me if you need to. Let me know also if you have any subjects or topics that you would like me to actually touch on, and some of your other questions that hopefully I can help you with. And maybe I'll do a Q&A one of these days. And so that's it for now. I hope to see you in the future and in my other videos. So it's Margaret Seconded. Bye bye for now.